Well, on to our next honoree. You may know that as the EVP of Business Development at Endeavor, our next Wonder Woman helps brand leverage their cultural relevance. But you may not know what Michele Thornton-Gee's dream job once was. So let's find out.
I don't think I've told many people this. When I was little, I was like, I'm gonna be a supermodel. Nobody's gonna be able to talk to me. My dirty little secret. And what I've learned in this business, especially being a woman, is that if you're not doing more, then you're not going to excel. And I think that any African-American woman sitting in a chair that has an EVP title had a journey. And after my dad died, I made a promise to him that I would make him proud of me. Graduated at 31, and I started in a telecom industry, and then I worked my way to the cable industry, and it really launched my career in this business.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michele Thornton-Gee.
It's pronounced G, and my husband told me, get your name right. This time last year, I sat in this very room as a proudly nominated Woman to Watch. And since all of y'all are my family, I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. I was actually a little disappointed I wasn't named a Wonder Woman last year. Hey, you gotta have big dreams, right? So when I unexpectedly received the word that I won this year, it was confirmation for me that God is in full control of every last detail of my life. See, he knew that I would be leaving a job that I loved at BET for a job I had earned at Endeavor, and he knew that I'd be releasing my third book last night, and he knew that this was the exact time for this amazing honor. But what else he revealed to me, that this honor is not about me or my accomplishments. It's actually bigger than that. It's about the people that have loved me and supported me in a business that oftentimes told me I wasn't enough. They questioned my abilities as a leader. As a matter of fact, I spent 12 years at 3 companies with the same exact job title until I had the honor and privilege to join the BET family as an executive, to be an entrepreneur, to help build the first and still only network for Black women, BET Her. Y'all gotta give it up for that. So I have to thank my BET family for trusting me when this industry would not. Multichannel News, thank you for seeing me, and to the other Wonder Woman and to the Women to Watch, I am honored to stand on this stage with you today. To my family, Tony, Taylor, and Jordan, I love you with all of my being, and trust me, I work so hard so that you can have every opportunity regardless of gender or race, or sometimes as simple as the texture of your hair. And I know God loves me because of the posse he bestowed upon me. Posse, where y'all at? Every woman needs one. Thank you for always showing up, for showing out, for lifting me up and praying over me. And I pray that I've given the same thing back to you. So I started this speech by saying that this award has nothing to do with me, but everything about you in this room today. So listen, a couple weeks ago, I was driving my daughter to school, and she tells me that she's reading a book of mice and men. She said it was boring, but that's a whole nother story. She says, Mommy, I'm going to write about the groundskeeper Crooks because he really didn't fit in with anybody, not the other workers or the owners. And then she tells me sometimes she feels that way at the prep school she attends, and she's 13. She says she always has to be strong and smart and normal. She says that oftentimes she feels like she's alone on an island. And I was floored that she at 13 and me at 53, with a 40-year span between us, that we feel the same exact way. I know this too well because when I was informed about this award, I was the only African-American woman to head a national ad sales team, and that is unacceptable. As a matter of fact, I am 100% positive that our businesses are not sustainable unless you invite people off of their islands and onto yours, and yours, and your island, and your island. Diversity and inclusion is more than gender. It's also race and identity and other things. Sisterhood understands we can no longer just hire people we feel comfortable with, that we want to be friends with, that we will invite to our home, because guess what? I work with amazing people and they will never know my address. And that's okay. So listen, if you're sitting at a table and to the left or right of you doesn't have different seated next to you, then we need to be honest with ourselves. Don't make me pull my lasso out on you. We gotta be honest with ourselves to make sure that all women have the same opportunities. It's our time to change history, to change families, to change ourselves, to change her life, to make our industry better and ultimately more sustainable. See, when you only use your power for the same, I have to ask you, are you truly exerting your Wonder Woman powers? Thank you.